Hi and welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin and this is Rideshare Buddy UK. What I want to try and do today is to take a look at pricing of EVs, and put it simply, if the requirement came in today that you had to have an EV to run as a taxi or private hire and you had no home charging, which a lot of taxi drivers don't have, would your fuel bill go up or would it go down? So I'm just going to really simplify it. Nothing to do with cost of the car, nothing to do with maintenance, nothing to do with anything else. Purely on the fuel. Will you save money or will it cost you more money if you had to have an EV today as a taxi or private hire? Now, a lot of councils are bringing in deadlines where they want to convert all of their taxi fleet into EVs or tailpipe emission-free cars or vehicles. And here in Newport, that happens in 2 years' time, 2027. A lot of councils also have that sort of 2027 sort of deadline where all new cars being plated are going to have to be tailpipe emission free. Now, there are no hydrogen cars on the near future, so it's going to be battery driven EVs. A lot of private hire drivers live in terrace houses, flats, somewhere there's no home charging, so you're going to be restricted to public charging. Now, this comparison is purely for rapid chargers and above, ultra chargers, anything over 50 kilowatt chargers. I haven't done street chargers because basically once you're outside London, very limited and very expensive. Some of the street chargers are more expensive than going to a 300 volt kilowatt super ultra charger. I mean, we start here in Newport at 50p. You can get much better deals, much faster charging at less price than that. So let's have a look at this. If you had to change to an EV today, would your price or your weekly fuel bill go up or will it go down? So if you've got a Tesla supercharger station that's open to the public near you, unless you buy a Tesla, then you're going to be pretty much okay. They do varying prices. It ranges from 40p, our local one is 40p off-peak and 47p peak time charging. So that works out, if you charge off-peak and you have a Tesla off-peak station at 40p, so this works out at about 10p a mile, 40p a kilowatt hour, and that works out at, if your car does less than 60 miles per gallon, then you're going to be either breaking even or save money. I had a Ionic hybrid before. I had this Ionic 5 doing about 60 miles per gallon. My fuel bill is about the same as it was before I converted to an EV. But I have a much bigger, much more spacious car, much more comfortable car than the Ionic hybrid. Sad to say, if you're driving a Toyota Prius, your fuel bill is going to go up no matter what. They're just so good on fuel efficiency. Ionic hybrid, if you can get Tesla local at 40p, you'll be about breaking even. If your car does less than 60 miles per gallon, then you're going to save money charging at a Tesla. Peak time, that changes from 60 miles per gallon to 51 miles per gallon or less. If you can do that, then you're going to save money. If your car does more than 51, you're going to lose money. Straightforward. Now, Tesla, if you don't have a Tesla car, you can use them, but you need to buy a subscription of $8.95 a month to get you access to these prices. Next one on the list is Ionity. If you have the Ionity Power Plus, which you will do if you have a local Ionity and you need to charge there regular, brings it down at 43p a kilowatt hour. So that works out at, if your car does less than 56 miles per gallon, you will save money. If your car does more than 56 miles per gallon, you will lose money. BP Pulse. First, if you're an Uber driver, get signed up with a subscription. The Ionity Power Plus subscription is £10.50 a month. BP Pulse, if you're a manoeuvre driver, you get free Pulse subscription and a special rate of 49p a kilowatt hour. So if you have a local BP station, you can do that. And as long as your car does less than 49 miles per gallon, you'll save money. If it does more than 49 miles per gallon, you'll lose money. BP Pulse Standard, so if you're not an Uber driver, you have to pay, I think it's $6.99 a month now for BP Pulse subscription, and that gives you a standard rate of 69p a kilowatt hour. So that brings it down to 35 miles per gallon. You have to have a car that is less than 35 miles per gallon to start saving money. And those really are the best deals available. But let's go on to the other major suppliers. At 63p a kilowatt hour, you have Eon. Eon is very fast 300 kilowatt charging, very good. Or Lidl's. Lidl's is a 50 watt kilowatt charger. So you top up when you go shopping. So you will save money at 63p a kilowatt hour if your car does less than 38 miles per gallon. If it does more than 38 miles per gallon, you will lose money. So then we go to Tesco's, and in Wales it's Dragon. These are around the 60p mark. Tesco's at 62p. You have to have a car that does less than 39 miles per gallon to save money. More than 39 miles per gallon, you lose money. Dragon at 60p 50 kilowatt chargers, that break-even point is 40 miles per gallon. So if you do less than 40 miles per gallon, you will break even or save money. If you do more, you'll lose money. Dragon 65p offering, which is what most of them are, that rate comes down to 37 miles per gallon. So to save money, you have to have a car that does less than 37 miles per gallon, or you're going to see your fuel bill rise. Now, FastNed is very much like BP Pulse Standard. It's 69p a kilowatt hour. So you have to have a car that does less than 35 miles per gallon to save money. If your car does more than 35 miles per gallon, you will lose money over your week. So Sainsbury's, GridServe, these are 75p a kilowatt hour. And that means if your car does less than 32 miles per gallon, you will start saving money. If your car does more than 32 miles per gallon, if you convert to an EV, you will lose money. So this is a EV that averages out at about 4 miles per kilowatt hour, which is what I do. So GridServe, that GridServe is currently 75p with a 5% discount if you use that app. Once that discount ends, it goes to GridServe Standard, which is the same price as Osprey, which is 79p a kilowatt hour. And for that, you must have to be doing less than 30 miles per gallon if you want to save money. If your car does more than 30 miles per gallon, you're going to lose money by converting to an EV. And that's the same with Pogo, that's also 30 miles per gallon. Now, Genie Point, we have local Genie Points which are at Morrison's and other roadside locations. They charge 83 pence per kilowatt hour, which means your car has to do less than 29 miles per gallon for you to start saving money. If your only local charging point is Genie Point and your car does more than 29 miles per gallon, you are going to lose money on fuel. Instavolt has two rates. They have the day rate and then they have a new night rate. Their day rate is 85p kilowatt hour. That means your car, if Instavolt is the only one you can charge up at, has to do less than 28 miles per gallon for you to start saving money. So if you have a 50 mile per gallon car that you're currently running, which a lot of cars will do now, your fuel bill over the week will double. near enough. So if you have less than 28 miles per gallon, you will start saving money. If your car does more than 28 miles per gallon, you will lose money if Instavolt is your only one at the daytime. If you're a night driver between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., you can get some really good deals at Instavolt. They charge 54p on their night rate, and that equates to a car which does less than 44 miles per gallon will save you money. If your car does more than 44 miles per gallon, you will lose money. So finally, let's have a look at Shell Recharge. Now they vary their prices throughout the country, so you'll have to check your local one. But here in Newport, our local Shell Recharge charges 89p a kilowatt hour. So that equates to, if your car is currently doing less than 27 miles per gallon, if you're driving a Land Rover, if it's less than 27 miles per gallon, you will start to save money. If you do more than 27 miles per gallon, you will lose money. But Shell Recharge is variable, and it goes up to 93p a kilowatt hour in some locations, predominantly motorways. And at that situation, it's 26 miles per gallon is your break-even point on your car. If you do less than 26, you'll save. If you do more than 26, you'll lose money. So that's basically it. A quick rundown. Very variable pricing. You've really got to see what's local to decide on whether you're going to save money or not. If you're driving a Toyota Prius, you're going to lose money when this comes into effect if you don't have home charging. If you have home charging, that's completely different. If you've got a local Tesla or Ionity or a BP Pulse and you're an Uber driver, you can just about get away with it with reasonable 50 mile per gallon or less cars. But generally, those high charging public chargers, you've really got to be driving something like a Lamborghini or Land Rover or something like that, Range Rover, to even get close to saving money on public charging. But that was based on 4 miles per kilowatt hour, which is what I average in the Ioniq 5, and petrol priced at my local Tesco's, which is $1.32 a litre, or pretty much near as damn it, £6 a gallon. So that's it. Hope you found that useful. If you do have some like a Tesla, Ionity or BP Pulse, then you can consider that you may be able to save money depending on what miles per gallon your current car does. If all you have is your Interval, Shell or G Point, then sorry, you're going to see some pretty hefty rises in your fuel bill when the EV requirements for taxis come into effect. So I hope that helps you a little bit, trying to clear things up so you can understand a little bit more about fuel efficiency of EVs. It can be a bit complicated. It's a new type of car. They do sort of try and price that per 100 kilowatt hours or whatever, or how many miles. But I've tried to convert it over through MPG, which we pretty much all understand and which we pretty much all use when we consider a car for taxiing. You're going to move away from thinking about what car I'm going to buy to get the best efficiency to what's suitable and what's available locally and what's usable. As a taxi, being parked up overnight, which is half an hour's walk away, isn't really feasible. You want to be in, you want to be charged up, you want to be gone. For instance, a couple of places around here, for instance, the Tesla at Celtic Manor has some destination charges. Those are free. You think, oh, great. But it's going to take you overnight. Car parking charge is £11 for 12 hours, which still provides a really good deal. But it's a good 40 minutes to get there, 40 minutes back on foot. You're not going to do that every night. Same for the new Aldi. New Aldi has Shell Recharge community charges, 25p a kilowatt hour. Very good, very low priced. But you're only permitted to park there for 3 hours while the store's open, and when the store isn't open, you've only got half an hour parking. And it's only an 11 kilowatt charger, which means 90 miles in 3 hours. Do you really want to sit down in a car park for 3 hours to get 90 miles worth of work? it's not feasible, it's not possible. So fast chargers is the way forward, ultra chargers is the way forward, and as long as you can get a decent price, such as Tesla, Ionity, or BP Pulse Uber rate, then it's not too bad. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Till next time, take care and safe driving.